talking about how many matches they've had, but those matches have lasted about like 30 seconds total because Chipp, when he gets in, Zato doesn't get to play the game anymore because it's not the best reversal options. But when Chipp's getting hit off of one string, you don't even need to worry about the dust string because you just get that one counter hit and he's pretty much gone.
I feel like people forget too, it's not just Chipp. Zato is known for having the lowest guts statistic in the game, so he is no slouch when it comes to taking a ton of damage either. So it really could just be one touch spells disaster for either of these players going into top 8.
Also, I appreciate them. They're letting it rock. Let's go. We got the intro started. It is the beginning of top 8 winners semis time here at Glitch Infinite. We got Chipp versus Zato, Lightice versus Doriavis Davis, or Don.
All right, and off the bat here, we've got Doriavis going hard with Eddie here, setting up immediately, and we're going to be seeing Lightice doing a lot of tricky movement to try and stop those Eddie calls early on in the neutral, because that's how Doriavis is going to get started.
I already like how Doriavis is doing it too. For 1, get big damage. 2, get set up immediately. Get that corner pressure. There's no way you're baiting burst here. Like, you're not going to give it up. You get a lot of meter, though, because you have to use it on FD. How do you get out? And he gets through.
Excellent jump in coming through, and he is going to get a strong pickup. Oh, goes straight into the throw to push Doriavis into the corner, and this is where Lightice lives. Setting up with those nice kicks, trying to condition his opponent to wait for that low.
Oh, what a great answer, though. I think those 2P that he caught him on the way back in. But the instant RC, I really liked it. But now just getting pulled all the way. Good defense here, and then getting anti-aired by 5P. Just stand still. You have plenty of health to take that trade.
Spectacular 6P coming through from Doriavis Don, who's playing so strong in this neutral here. We're seeing him playing that optimum space where Zato has access to such strong pokes that Chipp just really can't contend with.
Yeah, now what do you do? Wow, okay, so that's what the conditioning is going to be throughout this match. You already saw Doriavis pressuring pretty heavily on Wake Up. Lightice trying to answer back. Getting caught on the jump in just by empty jump 5K.
Oh, excellent 2K to get rid of the Eddie there, and that's going to allow him to jump in, forcing the purple RC from Doriavis as he tries to make his way out of the corner. Oh, bounces off of Chipp to catch him with a 2K, but now he is looking to be in the corner as well.
Just gotta give him that respect. Yeah, you're currently stuck between the worst place in the game. Now, that's gonna be round 1 going to Doriavis. Now, as the Chipp main, where do you see the changes coming? What do you want to see out of Lightice that he was getting caught by from Doriavis that he wasn't able to give the respect to?
This is kind of a hard matchup for him, because what he's gonna have to do is find a way to bridge that gap before Doriavis can get a poke off. What Doriavis looks for in this matchup is to catch him with things like that 2S so he can set up Eddie and force him into the corner. He gets insane pressure once Eddie is out. So Lightice is going to have to utilize that superior movement to try and make his way in, lock down the neutral, and force Doriavis to block so he doesn't get the chance to call.
And one thing I actually just incredibly enjoyed a second ago, you were talking about this rivalry that these two, they were both just giggling so much a second ago. Like that chat between the two, like, hey, look, I know you're not changing the character. Like, just what you doing, bro? Like, come on, run it right back. But that's good because that's the stuff that pushes you. As we get here into game number 2, let's see if Lightice can make the adjustments. Already starting off a counter hit.
Oh, but a counter hit firing back here is Doriavis Don, and he is going to be able to, opting to back up here. Doesn't want to risk Lightice challenging the Eddie there, playing a little bit smarter, creating some space so that he can set up his puppet a little more effectively.
Yeah, perfect mid-range right now, too, for Doriavis. Going in, BRC, gets the low, but immediately bursting out. Absolutely does not want to take that punish, but is right back in the corner. Did block the dust.
Catches him with a double overhead, though. He is able to get out as looks like Doriavis can't quite finish his food there. Is going to get the trip, but that's going to prompt the burst from Doriavis.
Oh my goodness, and just the low pressure too. You're getting reconditioning into the overhead. You know it's coming. Oh, comes back.
Oh, there it is.
Great blocks coming in from Doriavis.
Absolutely. Sets him up, though. Is going to be able to set up for the wall break on the next hit. Oh, but stuffing him out with those 5Ps. Excellent stuff. Such a great button for Doriavis. A really strong panic button with really solid range.
Exactly. Just repositioning too. All good. Good anti-air as well.
And that's going to kill.
Converting, look, it doesn't matter if it scales heavily off of that. It does not matter because that is so deep in the health pool. Excellent choice from Lightice to get the first round there.
What an amazing reaction there off of the round reset, essentially. Immediately catching the jump in there with a 5P to finish it off.
Felt very Kai Ride the Lightning-esque. Look, we're waiting to press the button and we want to go for a ride. It's just the way that it works.
Absolutely. Eddie looking to try and take Chipp for a ride here. He's going to be getting up the setup for the wall break, but not quite able to finish it off.
Oh, that's a huge side switch. Yeah, he was waiting it out, but I'm glad that he decided to go for the switch before he baited out the burst because that gave him position. Granted, it didn't work out in the long run, but that is huge damage. Do you go? No, it's reset. It's just looking big, but he gets back out.
All right, no burst to his name. Doriavis going to be taking a lot of damage here. Has to be careful on this next mix-up. Manages to catch him, setting up with a counter from Eddie, and that is going to provide him the leeway he needs to take the round.
That's the stuff you hold on to as the match goes. He hadn't revealed the counter at all yet. You know what's coming, but at some point you're going to get caught, and now that's in the back of your mind next time you go for that cross-up.
All right, Frogger coming through here. Another anti-air. He's just been so on point with these. Catching Lightice, trying to go for the dash-ins.
I mean, I'm doing the same thing. Last thing I want is like Chipp frequently flying around my zone and just being comfortable with it. I really like Doriavis' approach, but now you see I like it. Lightice walking up. He played good footsies game, and now he gets wall break, and where do you think he's going with it?
Yep, he's setting up here so that he can get the knockdown for additional Oki as well as that meter gain, and he is going to be doing that. Just that, the Alpha Blade coming through, not quite able to get the follow-up, but he is going to get this 5P. The burst has been baited, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to be the round for Lightice.
Excellent job. In that spot, too, it's literally a guess. Did they decide to bait it or did they not? And that's all you can do is hope that you chose correctly because you were all the way down at that point. And I am loving what we're seeing. You said that trade sets back and forth. This is as even as he could get so far.
Definitely, yeah. You can see the adaptation on both sides here. You mentioned before, jump-ins being really hard for Chipp because of Zato's grounded normals, but now starting to find a way to worm his way into the neutral and really, really put the hurt on Doriavis, popping the burst.
Speaking of worming his way through, Doriavis did an incredible job getting through on cross up there, baiting that burst out. Now he did. Yeah, wait, you have to wait. You just have to chill. Oh, come.
What may have been patience was actually a disconnect coming through here from Doriavis.
Did we just have a replay in neutral moment?
They were testing you, I think.
Yeah, we play in neutral, baby.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the controller done died. That's all I can say. There's actually no other. There's no analysis. How does one properly keep the controller alive?
That's the next level play, man. You unplug your opponent's controller earlier while they're warming up sets. They don't even notice it.
Just slightly pull out, so that way when they think that it's still in there and you pop off in between their game, why did they pop off? It was a bait.
Yeah,
sleight
man.
of hand. You pulled it out.
Yeah, man, I'm good for top 8. I got a full charge. Let's go. What's going on there?
Yo, somebody give my man's controller. All right, here we go. All right, we are making progress. One thing I do like, though, you can see Lightice immediately was waving it off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. If anything, this is funny. And also, it's good, too, because, for one, the joke. Two, it does suck when this happens. And, yeah, on the major save, most of the time people are going to take the W. But, it's better to get that earned dub, in my view. Sometimes we take those, depending on if that person sucks. Maybe.
Fair.
Maybe they didn't give you that extra chicken nugget they had when they got 7 nuggets on a 6-piece.
That's true.
I mean, you didn't need it.
You were supposed to pay me gas money on the way here.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
It's weird. You haven't paid me gas money in the last 3 times we went places, and you won every time. But you definitely got that extra steak, though. All right, here we go. Get it back into it. And Lightice picking up right where he left off. Maybe he's taking a round. I don't know. Yeah, he's standing still, so he did give him an individual round. That's logical. That does make sense.
I think after the first time, he was willing to open some, just open it up, replay it. But the second time, it's kind of hard to say at that point, especially since he was looking to jump in.
Yeah, that exactly. You know what's happening at that point. You don't want to give up that but. No, now it's in the past. Now, does Doriavis bounce back from it? And it is all best of 5 because Guilty Gear matches end quick.
Looking at that risk, it might end even quicker here. Setting up some solid damage here. Going to catch Lightice with the command grab.
Very solid job, too, because that is something we were talking about the counter from Eddie earlier as well. We hadn't seen the command grab up to that point. It was just constant mix. And, you had a controller disconnect. You answer back with a perfect.
Yeah, Eddie's got some real deep pockets, and it looks like Doriavis is opting to use all of them.
Man, really just living in there rent-free. That's actually why he's got so much money. He just gets to live with Zato. With pay nothing. It's just not fair.
Man, I don't know if you played much, but back in Accent Core, he was just living in Zato.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out here. He's just
man wasn't even alive, and he was still there.
Just getting everything he wants. Oh, okay. Instant RC mix-up, trying to keep that pressure on. You got to chill back.
What an amazing response bait coming through from Chipp there.
That was so good. And in the midst of all that, he was able to slowly work his way back to getting his burst.
Definitely, yeah. Built up quite a lot of resources there. Going to catch him with the 2P, but it hasn't quite stopped the onslaught that is Lightice. Tries to go for the command grab here. Excellent jump from Doriavis.
I went low last time. Yeah, he went last time. Good blocks, but immediately checks him afterwards. You saw that Doriavis was adjusting very well to where he was going with the high-low mix-ups, but at the end of the day, you are a sliver away from losing it, and you were mentioning at the very beginning, no guts.
That was
you can't take that.
That was some 4D chess with time travel right there, man. He baited the overhead into the low, which he baited into another overhead. That's insane.
That's not fair, man. Like that's fair. Come on, I can't rapidly. Let's go, the bus. Let's go. Yeah, that's not fair. I can't look up and down that quick. I'm gonna get a headache. All right, amazing set so far. And a switch.
Oh, I didn't even notice it.
I just noticed. It's like, wait, that is looking a little blonde down there. And it is, in fact, going to be the other half of the mix-up circle. It is going to be Millia. How are you feeling about the switch here?
Oh, Doriavis' Millia is absolutely no slouch. It can be very, very strong. His Oki game is incredible. And with a character that bolsters that, it can be really, really fierce and hard for Lightice to deal with. And I think we're seeing that right now.
Excellent option, too, to meet the pace that Lightice is playing at right now as well. After he got through the Eddie mix and he was able to keep that pressure on, oh, dude, okay, wait a minute. All that aside, anytime you see Red RC going off and you got to let Chipp play an extra turn is no fun for anyone.
Oh, excellent counter hit coming through. And it looks like Millia is going to be getting a solid turn here. Look at that speed, absolutely responding to the attempt to jump out.
Yeah, we haven't seen Crescent Moon come through yet either, but it's not going to be necessary because he got the air-to-air.
Wall to wall. Yeah, that double dash just doing so much work for the air game on Doriavis.
Willing to bet as soon as, anywhere near close to meter, Doriavis was conditioning pretty hard to try and set up Crescent Moon. So Lightice has to react. That is such a hard thing to adjust to. Okay. First time we've seen the slide in as well.
Yeah, punish for hair car there. Excellent catch from Doriavis, and he is going to get the wall break here. That's going to be huge. You know, Chipp does so much with meter, as we've seen before. Being able to reset his pressure and just keep going, maintain his turn is so dangerous. And it looks like he's going to use it this time to finish out the round.
Absolutely. Optimization, making sure you do not leave anything on the table. That's the last thing you want to do against someone who could run it back with a sliver of health with Millia because of the mix-up game.
All right, excellent. Catches the air-to-air just a little too early here for Doriavis, and he's going to eat some damage.
Oh, good cross-up, but I'm bursting out there immediately. I am not taking that pressure.
All right, solid jump-ins here. It's interesting. We've seen kind of a reversal of roles where Doriavis was really jump happy in the last matchup, and Lightice was jump happy and Doriavis was content to stay grounded. Now Doriavis is jumping in, playing very aggressive on Lightice.
Yeah, we are seeing multiple double overhead attempts. Before we were just seeing one overhead to double lights. Now he's mixing it up heavy, but Lightice is blocking them very well.
Yeah, that's the player experience right there, but that counter hit is going to seal the deal there. Yeah, I think we're seeing the experience. You know, Doriavis has the solid short-term swap here. It is going to mix up Lightice a little bit, but these guys do play a lot together.
Yep.
So I can imagine a lot of the I guess, surface-level mix-ups we see from Doriavis, Lightice has at least seen before, and can adapt to much faster than we would expect from someone who's never played with him.
We call them roommate reads. When you play against somebody so often, it's no longer about what is the initial flowchart for the character. It's about what can you do. But especially what can you do off counter hit. Didn't get too much of it, but because it's Millia, it still turned into 35.
I love how in Guilty Gear, not getting too much is 50%.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Oh God.
Another counter hit coming through here. Going to convert into the overhead so he can get the follow-up off of that counter hit. Spectacular combo coming through from Lightice, and he is going to have a nice full stick of butter waiting for him.
Yeah, and already using burst. You got to stall a little bit to try and make a comeback. This is game number 5. Winter semis, we're already starting things off in winter semis with a game 5. You see going for the cross. Stayed on the same side. Looked visually like he was going for cross-up.
There's the knockdown. That's where the damage comes from. Unfortunately, Millia not able to get a lot of damage, and that sweep coming through is going to be disastrous for Doriavis.
And that puts a potential final piece on the board for Lightice to move forward into the first portion of Winners Finals. But it is now, oh, wow. Okay, we haven't seen DP in a while, so that was actually a pretty good option there.
An excellent catch with the Veda Blade. And it's spectacular against a character like Millia, who wants to keep you on the ground, set up for that Oki.
I like the mix-ups of same side to cross up too. We've seen so many good blocks though from Doriavis. Finally gets a low.
The keep away from Lightice though, where normally he's been playing the aggressor. Now we see him backing off, waiting for Doriavis to make a slip so that he can dive in. That said, Doriavis not having it here.
Hit him with the no mix-up that time. It was 3 straight in a row of left to right, left to right. You think I won't do it again? Yes, I will. We got last game here, winners semis. So far, this is playing like a winners finals caliber set.
I can only imagine what the winners finals is going to be like. All right. Solid poke coming through. Another JH, just doing so much work for Doriavis. And since he caught him in the air, he's able to get that jump combo. Oh my God, just look at that damage.
Yeah, you have burst, but you pretty much, oh my goodness, now you have one more mix. Gets the gold burst. He's going superhero mode. What do you do? Tried to call out the jump.
Oh, the throw. He's going to catch the gap on the way down, and Doriavis Don going to be moving on here to the winners finals.
What an incredible reaction. We barely saw anybody try to do wake up grab. We was so many like really good cross up attempts from both, but really honestly that Millia switch was just amazing, but enough credit cannot be given to the defense of Lightice, even though he ended up losing that game.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see his adaptation there, where he became almost more evasive the second that Doriavis became more mobile with his character choice. Millia is obviously able to close the gap very efficiently. She has so